Mr. Mayor, we are now live.
Okay, I will call this meeting, regular town council meeting, December the 14th to order at 7 o'clock. Okay, I would be looking for a motion to adopt the agenda for tonight's meeting. Councilor Rudick was first up. Thank you, Councilor Rudick. Is there any additions or deletions from the agenda? Seeing none, all those in favor? Carried. Thank you. We'll pass the minutes of the regular council meeting. Thank you, Councilor Lemko. All those in, any errors or omissions in those minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor? Carried. And last, the minutes of the special council meeting. Councilor Berry, thank you. Is there any errors or omission from those minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor? Carried. Thank you. So we'll get into tonight's business. So first we have some correspondence from Valid. Mr. Phil Rowe.
Thank you, Your Worship. This is a letter from the Ballot Association from the Executive Director, Lana Sims, dated January 4th, 2021. The letter is addressed to myself regarding a letter of support and contribution request for valid CFEP grant application. Dear Mr. Rowe, when COVID-19 hit, Valid was forced to shut down programs for a lack of adequate sanitization facilities. A great need was identified in this shortcoming. From great need can come great opportunity, and a vision began to form as we sought solutions to this dilemma. We needed additional bathrooms and better hand washing stations and a fast solution. How do we best get our facilities upgraded to meet this need? How soon could we make this happen? How can we get our programs up and running again? A CFEP grant application for a building upgrade seemed like the most viable solution. We started to explore how such an addition could greatly benefit many in the community, like our relationship with the Rotary Club and others. We looked at how we could enhance our catering services and create a space other groups and private individuals could use. We looked at how such an upgrade could allow for more space from which to operate our catering. A small kitchenette and upgrade and new bathrooms would greatly reduce traffic in our commercial catering kitchen and our bathrooms, thereby reducing distractions and improving safety for administrative staff during events. There are other catering services and there are other rental spaces, perhaps even in a way that brings both together, but none offer the ability to also bring together community members with those individuals often left on the fringe of society. Valid does have something special to offer. Valid is requesting the town of Vegreville write a letter of support that could be included with the grant application. We also ask that the town consider any other kind of contribution they feel they could provide, whether monetary or in the form of goods and services that support said project. We apologize for the short turnaround time, but the pending grant application deadline is January 15, 2021, and we would be thrilled to include a letter of support and details from town administrators. Thank you for your time and consideration. It is valued tremendously. Respectfully submitted, Lana Sims.
Okay, I'll take a motion to receive and file to start with here. Councilor Warwa, thank you very much. Any comments? Councilor Rudick.
So I guess we'll have to decide what other forms of support we might be able to provide to Valid, but I'm happy to see that they're able to move quickly. There is a great need for that, for their clients to be able to have the day program, and thrilled to be able to see that this application is going in and that we might be able to continue on our path as a council, being welcome and inclusive to all citizens within our boundaries. And I'll look forward to seeing where this will move forward. With full clarity and transparency too, I am a board member of Valid, a new board member. And so I'm happy to see this both as a councillor and as a citizen in the community.
Okay, so nobody else? So we'll vote on the receive and file first. All those in favor? Carried. Now we'll take a motion if somebody would like to make a motion regarding us to write a letter of support to back up their grant application. Councillor Broadjack, you make that motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Carried. So we'll put a letter together and we'll get it to them as quickly as we can. I guess by the 15th, they'll need to send this off, so. Okay, next up is the Minburn Foundation, and who's doing this one? Mr. Paul Casey?
That's correct.
Thank you.
This is a letter from the MD of Minburn Foundation dated December 8th, 2020, regarding the MD of Minburn Foundation 2021 requisition. Attached is a copy of the requisition calculation based on the provincial 2021 Equalized Assessment Report dated October 26, 2020. MD of Minburn Foundation board members recognize this is a significant increase in comparison to previous years, and as such, we have requested to provide municipalities advance notice. The 2021 requisition amount is $150,884. Thank you for your continuing support. Sincerely, Mariel Brodziak, Executive Director, MD of Minburn Foundation.
Okay, so we'll need a motion to receive this letter. Councillor Lemko. So this is really not a lot to do with us. I mean, other than the fact that this is going to show up on the tax notices. Is there anybody that would like to make a comment regarding this? Councillor Berry.
Yes, thank you, Your Worship. I'm Vice Chair of the Foundation Board, so I'll just give a little background on this. Lodges were first created by the province back in about 1959, and they are found now throughout most of Alberta. Our own Homestead Lodge was built in 1962. So it has been a long history in our town. The intent of a lodge is to help provide lodging for low-income seniors. And as such, the act that now covers it, the Alberta Housing Act, provides, just to paraphrase it, a lodge management board can requisition each municipality for which it provides lodge accommodations and receive monies to offset the management costs and maintain reserve funds. So MD Minburn Foundation covers Vegreville, Innisfree, Manville, and the county Minburn. And the attachment that is with the letter that you received shows the share breakdown as to how much each municipality is being requested for. So the board didn't take this lightly to look at increasing the requisition. But the fact is that there's been no increases since 2008. So the requisition has remained at $237,000 for the past 12 years. And because of that, there was more or less a consistent increase in rentals to the seniors in order to balance the budgets. We're looking at this now and saying, no, it's appropriate and necessary for us to follow the recommendations in section 7.1 of the Act and look at requisitions. Because if the intent is to provide low-income lodgings for seniors, then we can't continuously keep increasing their rents. And so the subsidies that we get through LAP grants from the province don't cover it all. So we have to look at the municipalities and increase the requisitions. And as you alluded to, this is much the same as the education requisition, so that residents understand. The province puts in a requisition to the municipalities based on the levy that they have decided to impose, and the town collects it and remits it to the province. That's about the same as what the foundation is. We make a requisition and the town merely collects it and provides it to us. So it's important, I think, for Vegreville residents to realize that this council doesn't control requisition levies, neither the educational or the foundations. This council has worked diligently over the past year and during the budget to reach a zero property tax increase. And they did, in fact, this council achieved a zero property tax increase for 2021. However, this council unfortunately doesn't control requisitions. So it's necessary for us to increase and receive more monies from all of the municipalities in order to continue providing the services that are provided to the seniors. I hope that's just a little bit of a background so that there's a better understanding that we're not enjoying the fact that we had to increase requisitions. But with COVID particularly, things have become difficult and we can't keep putting the burden on the residents because they're low-income seniors. Thank you.
Okay, well, as the board vice chair, would you say that COVID has had a negative impact on the lodge as far as the number of residents that are there?
There's been some problems with seniors straight across the province, I would imagine. The aspect is that it's very difficult for seniors to apply and come into lodges or senior housing in general because of very strict COVID concerns. They often have to isolate themselves for a longer period of time, and under these conditions, it's quite serious. And also, I think that other members of the board would be able to answer better. There's difficulty in them selling their homes, even if they did want to come right now. So yes, we have a higher vacancy than normal, but I think that's pretty standard right now. But that's not the only aspect. It's just becoming increasingly more expensive to operate facilities with utilities and food and everything, you know, so the prices keep going up. And for requisitions not to have changed since 2008, it just can't remain that way.
I understand, so. Okay, any, Councillor Waters?
Yes, I'm a member of the board as well. And due to the vacancy rate there, yes, is due to some of the housing sales. Seniors do need to sell before they can move into the lodge. It's all money, right? You got to have it coming in order to have it going out. And this is, you know, probably 2018, 2019, 2020, housing sales have been a little more difficult in that respect. And as well, the self-isolation with the COVID. Some seniors feel, okay, I'm at home, I have a little more freedom. Then when they go to the lodge, then they're in there for two weeks, 14 days, all by themselves right off the bat. And that's difficult in itself. With the significant increase in hindsight, maybe the requisition should have been asked to be upped incrementally over the years. That wasn't done, so maybe this is just our correction year. That's why it seems like such a large amount. But as it's been said already, it's a separate line item on the tax notice. It is just paid right back to the province. So the vacancy rate is a lot to do with the housing sales and the economy in that aspect.
Okay, well, I know that it probably wasn't easy for the board over there to look at an increase, that percentage. Well, hopefully that it'll be a gradual one in the future, so. And Councillor Berry, not only did we achieve a 0% increase on the property taxes, we actually dropped it by 2%. So.
Yes, actually, I should have been saying that it is true. I think the board struggled because we're all councillors, either in Vegreville or the county or industry or Manville. So we see things from both sides, and it's not easy to hit the taxpayers any more than need be. But I think as a council, we can be proud that at least we kept the property taxes below zero, right?
Okay, so no more conversation on that one. So we'll vote on the receive and file motion. All those in favor? Carried. Thank you. So, Mr. Paul Casey, you're going to go ahead with the monthly cash statement.
Yes, your worship. This is a monthly cash statement for the month ended December 31st, 2020. We began the month with $6,648,083 in our general checking account and $3,820,410 in our investment account, for a total of $10,468,494. We had a net draw of cash of $2,025,760, leaving a balance between our general account and our investment accounts of $8,442,734. Major sources or major uses of cash were for capital works projects, $593,862, for quarterly debenture payments of $211,169, and for the school foundation requisitions, which included the catch-up of the deferred non-residential portion of the school foundation tax. So that came in at $924,784. Major sources of cash during the month were pretty small. One tax arrears payment of $158,969 near the end of the month, and our franchise fees from ATCO of $128,280.
Okay. Take a motion to receive that report. Councilor Broadjack, thank you. So, Paul, would you say that as far as our capital projects for 2020, we're just about done other than the holdback right now, or are we just about getting?
I think that's correct. I think Dale might have more information to me, but I think it looks like it's probably pretty much everything's there except for the holdbacks.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions on that statement? Okay, thank you again. All those in favor? Carried. Next up, Mr. Phil Rowe, Director Rowe.
Thank you, Worship. This is a request for council decision. Topic 2021 Occupational Health and Safety Commitment Statement. Proposal for town council to reaffirm the town of Vegreville's Occupational Health and Safety Commitment Statement for 2021. The background: the town of Vegreville's Occupational Health and Safety Environment Management System demonstrates our commitment to protect and promote the health, safety, psychological, and social well-being of all our employees, visitors, contractors, our community, and our environment. The Occupational Health and Safety Commitment Statement adopted by Town Council is the municipality's affirmation to follow all health and safety policies and procedures as set out in the Alberta Occupational Health and Safety Act, SA 2017, Chapter 0-2.1. As per the Occupational Health and Safety Audit Guidelines, the commitment statement must be approved and/or reaffirmed annually by Town Council. Financial implications: just the day-to-day operational safety costs to conduct town business under the Town of Vegreville's Occupational Health and Safety and Environment Management System. Communication strategy: staff will be informed by each department manager or supervisor, and the reaffirmed and signed statement will be prominently located in each town facility. The public will be informed through the Town of Vegreville's website. Recommendations being made that Town Council reaffirm the Town of Vegreville's Occupational Health and Safety Commitment Statement for the 2021 operational year. The health and safety policy is attached also for Council's reference.
Are we looking for a motion? Councilor Waters. Any discussion? This is a yearly thing. Oh, go ahead, Councilor Rowe.
Sorry, I was just going to ask, I think what you were just literally asking if there was changes or it was just yearly. Sorry.
Yes, it's an annual process, but there are no changes to the health and safety policy this year.
It just reflects our ongoing commitment to this document, really.
Yes, it's a part of the audit process that it has to be actually voted by council and re-signed, and then it'll be put up in all of our locations.
Okay, all those in favor? Carried. Thank you. Bill, next up is Cliff Craig.
Thank you, Your Worship. I have a memo in there in the agenda for a request from Cromtech CBD Purification, Inc. On January the 5th, 2021, the town of Vegreville received the following request from Cromtech, Inc. This is an excerpt from the redacted Cromtech CBD purification letter dated January 4, 2021. It's redacted as per FOIP Act Division 2, Section 16, disclosure harmful to business interest of a third party. The excerpt is, Cromtech is making a request for payment forgiveness on our town-owned facility for rent and utilities for the months of January and February 2021. Even during the worst time in the COVID pandemic, we asked only for deferrals, but never asked for payment forgiveness. To give back, we also want to raise the initial 1% net profit donation to 2% if that would help a bit. We appreciate your understanding and supports to us.
Thank you, Cliff. So I'd like to entertain a motion now before we have any discussion on this request. Councilor Worba makes the motion that we offer them a 2-month grace, no charge. Councilor Berry.
Thank you, Your Worship. I'd like to propose a friendly amendment to that, actually, to include the month of March in addition to the months of January and February. I believe that it's been very difficult for companies to get up and running during these times with COVID-19 and different problems. So I believe that it's in the best interest of the community to be patient and to allow time for these matters to work out. So I would like to propose an amendment to include the month of March as well.
Are you okay with that amendment, Councilor Worba?
Yes, I would be.
Okay, any discussion? Councilor Rudick first.
Just to echo the comments of Councillor Berry, this is, as a landlord, we are able to make small concessions to the renters. And if this is facilitative of ensuring that they're able to get through this next few months, I think this is probably a wise decision. We've been working long and hard to make this renter be able to move past the hurdles, and COVID really put some stops in their way. So I think this is probably a wise decision for us.
Councilor Lemko is next.
Yes, Your Worship. I fully support the additional month addition. It would be terrible for us to lose this Cromtech business and start over again. We've come so far, and they're so close, and to start over with an empty building would be devastating. And I think that 3 months grace would, and provide them the time to do that, would be hopefully beneficial to us all. And I support that.
So as we all understand that up to now, it's been a deferral, which we had made agreements that we would go on to the sale price of the building. Now they're asking for forgiveness for the first 2 months of this year while they try to get some more financing and get their house in order. And the friendly amendment from Councilor Berry says that up till March 31st, that we will forgive. And hopefully, I mean, I've had many meetings with them the last couple of weeks, and they do have a plan. So hopefully that it'll come out and still be the, you know, the positive message that it was before, and hopefully it'll, you know, be another moving forward, a good thing for our community here. So is there anybody else that would like to make any comments on it? Seeing, oh, go ahead, Mr. Cliff Craig.
Just a point of order or clarification, you'll have to vote on the amendment first,
Yeah.
and then vote on whether we're going to, the forgiveness is going to be given.
Okay, so first up, we're going to vote on the amendment. All in favor? Carried. Next up is the original motion. Now with the amendment in it, would take it for a 3-month period. All those in favor? Carried. Thank you all. Okay. Next, we're going to move on to councilor reports. And Councilor Berry, you're at the top of my screen, so you go ahead. Don't nobody move. I don't want to screw up the order.
I was apologizing for saying that, for not finding it faster, and said that I could probably do it by memory, but it's a very short one. December the 18th, we had our special council meeting. All of these are by Zoom. On January the 1st, I actually received an email from Ed Stelmack that's officially appointed me now to the Vegreville Covenant Community Board. So I'm waiting for a package of information to come to me and the scheduling for meetings and such. And then I'll be able to start reporting on that. January the 5th, ledge meeting and tonight's regular council. And that's really all that the holidays allowed me to do. I had to stay home during the holidays.
Thank you very much. Councilor Warwick.
Well, mine isn't much more exciting. I as well had the December 18th, January 5th, and January 11th special council, legislative, and council meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, Mr. Gerald, Councilor Lemko.
Your worship, yes, I was a light schedule as well. January 5th, I attended the ledge meeting. The 7th, I did talk of the town with Jameson regarding the COVID messaging. January 11th, tonight, council meeting, and I believe I'll be doing the talk of the town again this Thursday. It'll be with Lisa from FCSS, talking about the senior Lincoln call. So my job will be to introduce her and have a coffee.
Well, thank you very much. And it's nice to see you with some a lot more color in your cheeks tonight.
Yeah, I was outside for a little bit.
I heard you were out and about today. Lots of sightings, reports, people reporting to me that they'd seen you around town.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you get win a loony if you find Lemko. It's like Waldo.
Councilor Rudick, thank you.
Okay, since we last had our council meeting, I actually had a few things, although it was a very light schedule in a lot of senses. A lot of these were meetings with Cliff Craig, our economic development progression, and just talking about some different topics throughout that time period. On December 17th, we had a meeting with FCM, Increasing Women's Participation in Municipal Government Chairs meeting, and the scholarship deadline for post-secondary for applications for scholarships is tomorrow. So there is scholarships available for both post-grad, high school, and graduate students, and those are all due tomorrow. On the 18th, your worship and myself did the food bank pickup and delivery, just like all of council have done over the time frame leading up to the Christmas spirit season. And that day also did C1 incentives presentations to businesses in the downtown area, including other zones as well. So that was great to be able to do that. That day we also did a healthcare aid planning meeting and a special meeting as well. Community services, health services meeting was held on January 5th, and the legislative meeting on January 5th, and tonight's council meeting. And that is my report.
Thank you very much. Next up is Councilor Waters.
And see, I'm going to have to send in an amended council report, as I was the only one at December 22nd's meeting. We did not have a meeting that day, so I'll be taking that off of my report. So the only other thing is December 18th, planning meetings for healthcare aid program, talking to various colleges and seeing what we can get going. And that was a subcommittee with the Physician Retention Recruitment Committee. And we're getting along. We're getting there. We're going to get things started. If anybody knows of anyone or if anyone is interested in the course, please contact myself or Councillor Rudick, and we will take down your information and keep you updated as things are going on with that. We're hoping for a fall start, but things are in the very, very planning stages of that. So other than that, I'll send in an amended report, and that is it for me.
Thank you. Councillor Brajak.
Okay, I also had a very light schedule. December 18th, our special meeting. January 5th, the Vegreville Community Health Services meeting. January 5th, the legislative meeting as well, and tonight's council meeting.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, back to December the 18th, and Councillor Rudick and myself made the deliveries from the food for the food bank, and we picked up a bunch of donations that were at Public Works and took them over. We also did the C1 incentives, so we passed those checks out. And I must say that all the businesses were very happy to receive them, and the fact that they were able to, I don't know, to qualify, I guess. And of course, it was the right time of year. And when you do a renovation and spend some money in your business, it's always nice to be recognized for it. And then, where did we go from there? Sorry, I should have this. I sent it in on a different form. So we did that. Then on the 22nd, I had a Zoom meeting with CIHC, another hemp company out of Ontario. We've talked with them many times, and just touching base about what their plans are in the new year. On the 23rd, Cliff and I had a meeting with a member of Cromtech. And then we also had a small meeting with Economic Development, and Councillor Rudick was in on that one. What else do we do here? On January the 5th, I had another meeting with Cromtech again. We had our LEDGE meeting. On the 6th, I had a meeting with the Water Commission. And then tonight's council meeting. Yeah, that's probably forgot a couple in there. Oh, I did give another hemp company a call too. One of the companies that we're working with. Hopefully, you're going to be our main tenant at our new industrial park, and they're just waiting to get out here and start a conversation again, and getting in touch with the local producers, and so they're making plans for that. And of course, I assured them that we are 100% behind this project, and we're willing to bring the farmers and the company together. So it was a very positive conversation. So I'm very happy about that. And that's what I've been doing. So does anybody have anything else? That looks like the end of our agenda. Councillor Rudick.
I guess we're ending early so that we can wish Director Rowe happy birthday.
Really? You might have heard about that today someplace. Okay.
This is a very difficult meeting. There's a DQ cake sitting right across from me, and it's just calling my name.
Okay, well, Sandra, or go ahead, Councillor Berry.
I just wanted to say, we all said this at the LEDGE meeting, but maybe we should just make one more round of welcoming Councillor Lemko back to being in our Zoom meetings here. We were very, very pleased with the news, and we're very glad that you were sharing things. So just to make it a full round on regular council, in addition to LEDGE meeting, welcome back.
Okay, well, he is a celebrity amongst us now. My mother talked to me. I talk to my mother every Sunday in Nova Scotia, and she brought up something she's seen on CBC about a counselor from the town of Vegreville. She asked me if I knew him. Anyway, I'm going to adjourn the meeting, but please all stay on. We're going to talk to Phil about personal matters. So, okay, Sandra, I adjourn the meeting. If you could take us off the live